Hello everybody and welcome back to another Shazakaz video. Today we're taking a look at the 22 minifigures from the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts collectible minifigure series. So let's start from Harry Potter and all the way down to Percival Graves. The first minifigure we have here is Harry Potter in his school robes. The cool thing about this figure and the series is that there's a new leg piece here. These are mini legs, but they are movable, which is a really cool piece. That will be extremely useful for custom builds and minifigures. And then his accessory is Hedwig, the owl, and of course a wand, because all these figures come with wands. There he is from the back, and he uses this hairpiece that he used in the Lego Dimensions set. I don't think it works too well, and he has no alternate expressions there. But that's it for Harry Potter. Next we have Hermione Granger. Here is Hermione Granger. Her accessory is of course a wand in a different colour, and her cat Crookshanks. It's just a normal cat piece, so nothing new there. This is a cool figure, once again, using the movable short legs. Some cool prints there on the torso. There's prints on the back. And she uses the rock star hairpiece, or the pop star, which I don't think is also the best for this figure, but it's still pretty cool. And there's no alternate expressions there. But that's it for Hermione. Next we have Ron Weasley. Here is the Ron Weasley figure in his school robes. This is a pretty cool character. I like the torso print there. And he uses the new Han Solo hairpiece in a different colour, which I think works really well. And of course he also has the new wand. There's some printing on the back there, which is just the hood. And then he comes with Crookshanks, which is... Actually, not Crookshanks, sorry. Scabbers, which is his little rat pet. There's some printing there on the top of the head, which is kind of interesting. And I think, again, no alternate expressions. Yeah, I kind of wish they had alternate expressions, but I guess it's cool. Well, that's it for Ron Weasley. Next, we have Draco Malfoy. Here is Draco Malfoy. His accessory is his wand, his broomstick, and also the golden snitch, which is the cheapest way to get this piece. It also comes in the Quidditch set, but it comes in this as well, which is really cool. I actually like this figure. It's kind of interesting. I like the printing there, and he has this new cloth cape. He has normal small legs, so they're not movable. He has this hairpiece there in kind of blonde or yellow. He looks kind of unhappy there, and he also has no alternate expression. There's some back torso printing there. But this is another interesting figure, but that's it for Draco Malfoy. The next minifigure we have here is Luna Lovegood, and this is a very cool figure. There's loads of cool parts here. She has the movable legs, the short movable legs, except they're just in plain blue. She has a cloth piece there as her skirt with some printing on it. That's kind of nice. I don't really like these cloth pieces for skirts. I don't think they work too well. A wand as well, and 3x2 plate, tile which is a magazine of the Quibbler, which is where she got these glasses on her, which are pretty cool. She also has a bag there on her side, and an alternate face expression, which is just her normal face without the glasses, which is pretty cool. And the torso is cool as well, some cool prints there. That's it for Luna. Next we have Neville Longbottom. Here's Neville Longbottom. He is a pretty decent figure. I like him. He has the movable short legs in black, plain black, so they'll be pretty useful. He also has a Mandrake, which is a new print, a new piece, and it comes in this little witch's cauldron in a new colour. He has a wand there, of course, as well. He has his tie then underneath his shirt, you can see some cool prints there. He uses the gamer's hair piece, except in different colours, which has the headphones as well. I think it looks really cool. He has two expressions there. This one, which he looks a bit surprised, and then this one, which is his sleeping face, or his scared face. I'm not sure. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan. I actually prefer Fantastic Beasts. But that's it for Neville Longbottom. Next we have Cho Chang. Here is Cho Chang. She is another good figure. She has the plain black legs, short movable black legs. This is a weird figure that they put in the series, and the skin color is really darker than she is in the movie. She also has an owl, but in a different color, different prints as well. This hairpiece, I don't understand why it's rubber. This is the first time I've gotten this hairpiece. I don't know why it's rubber. I think that's kind of strange. She has no alternate expressions, and she's the first Ravenclaw Harry Potter minifigure I have, so she'll be pretty cool in the Great Hall. But that's it for Cho Chang. Next we have Dean Thomas. Here is Dean Thomas. This is a strange figure to put in this minifigure series, because I've never ever heard of him before. But it's not a bad figure. It's alright. I like this hairpiece. It's useful. I got a scarf there. I don't understand why they did a printed scarf when they could have done the scarf that came in the Ninjago series with Jay, I think his name was. And then he comes with the flag, which has the printed Gryffindor logo on it, which is pretty cool. And once again, no alternate expressions for that figure. That's for Dean Thomas. Next we have Lord Voldemort. Here is Lord Voldemort figure. The Lord Voldemort figure. This is a pretty cool guy. I like these new robe piece. It's the first time I've gotten this. I think it's fairly new. I don't know how many sets it's in. but instead of just using normal studs, it actually uses the minifigure, you know, leg parts, which is pretty cool. There's nothing much to this figure. It's pretty plain. His accessories are one in white, which is cool to get, and also the Nagini snake piece, which is a new piece, which is really cool. It doesn't stick to any studs, but you can hold it from the bottom of the tail there. And then just some normal printing there on the face and torso. Nothing too interesting. But that's it for Voldemort. Next we have Dobby the elf. Here is the Dobby the elf figure. I think this is the best Dobby figure we've gotten. I don't have any of the other ones, but I've seen pictures of them, and this looks the best to me. There's some cool prints there on the torso, the stains and everything. Here's the new headpiece, which is rubber. Pretty cool. He has dual molded short legs, not movable ones, but short legs, which I think is the first time I've seen that. He has a cool book there with some prints on it on the front there. And if you open up the book, there's another piece inside there, printed tile, which is the sock that Dobby is given in the movies. I think it's supposed to free him. I'm not too sure. But that's it for Dobby. Next we have Professor Trelawney. Here is Trelawney. I know I said professor, but I'm not sure if she is a professor or not. But otherwise, she's a really cool minifigure. This is an awesome new wand piece. I love this wand piece. I like to collect all the spares. And then also this new dish, this new saucer and cup, which has some cool prints on it. That cup piece will be very useful for custom builds and things like that. Then the new row piece again with awesome prints along it. Then this dual molded hair piece with bandana as well with some cool prints on it. I love that piece. Then there's her big glasses she has on her face. And then there's no other face prints as well. But this is probably one of my favourite minifigures in the series. That's for Trelawney. Next we have Cedric Diggory. Here is Cedric Diggory. He is probably the easiest minifigure to find in the bags because of this massive Tri-Wizard cup he has, which is an existing piece. But it has new cool prints on it. He uses regular legs, like no legs, no really printing, besides on the sides, which I think look cool. On the back of his torso has his name Diggory there, with yellow and black. Then there's another logo there on the front of his torso, I'm not sure what that is. I like this hairpiece, I know it's been around a while now, but it's a very useful hairpiece in my opinion. I like the face print there, pretty simple, and no other face print. But next we have Professor Flitwick. I think he's a professor anyway. Here is Flitwick. His hair looked like it's standing very tall on his head. But anyway, that is a new hairpiece, which I think is pretty cool. He also has a new megaphone piece, which I think is much better than the one they used to use. And some cool printing there on the torso. And there's nothing on the back of the torso. And a cool printing on the face there with the mustache and the big eyebrows. And he has the normal little bow tie piece. And he has a little tailcoat there at the back, which is pretty simple. And he uses the normal short legs and no other face print. Next we have, what's his name? Mad-Eye Moody, that's who it is. Here is Mad-Eye Moody. This is another one of my favourite minifigures from the series. He has a normal wand there and a staff. He has some cool printing on the legs, dual molded legs there, in different colours. Cool printing on the front of the torso and on the back of the torso. I love this new hairpiece, it is really cool. And then that face print there is really cool as well. He also comes with a little accessory here, which is the maraca piece upside down. It's like a little potion. And if you take off his hairpiece, they also give you a second hairpiece you can put on the back of this head. And there's a separate face print. I know in the movie he is like two characters in one, but I'm not sure what his name is. It's like Barty Crouch or something. I'm not too sure. But he's licking his face there. I don't know why. I think it's something to do with the movies. But as again, I do not know the movies. But yeah, this is another one of my favourite minifigures from the series. Next, we have Harry Potter in his invisibility cloak. Here is Harry Potter in his invisibility cloak. This is another cool figure. It's not one of my favourites, just because it's not all that interesting to me. But it is pretty cool. I like this hairpiece. It is useful. He has the young face print. No other face print there. He has this, of course, invisibility cloak that goes all the way around with some cool printing on the underneath. And of course, underneath you can see his torso has cool prints on it. He is wearing his pajamas. He also comes with a wand. And he has short legs with his feet printed on there, which is pretty cool. So this is another good minifigure. Very unique one, at least. But next we have Dumbledore. Here is Professor Dumbledore. I know this guy is definitely a professor. But anyway, he has his dish there with some water printed on it. I don't know if that has a name or not. But he has his wand there. Might be the Elder Wand. I'm not sure. He has a beard piece. I'm not sure if that's existing or if this is if it's new. I definitely know this hairpiece is new. Really cool hairpiece there with his hat on top, which is an awesome little hat. The new robe piece as well, with cool printing on it on the torso. No alternate expressions there. But this is another really cool figure. He's probably one of the best in the series. I like the difference to the Dumbledore they made in the Great Hall set, which is really good. But that's it for that's the last of the Harry Potter minifigures. Now we're moving on to Fantastic Beasts. Here is Newt Scamander. This is a really cool minifigure. I like him. He has the new briefcase with nothing in it. He has the new little niffler piece and the wand in orange, which is interesting. You can see there's Piglet printed on his waistcoat there. The same hairpiece as the one from Lego Dimensions. And just to compare, here is the one from Lego Dimensions. You can see the colouring is very different. Of course, the wands are very different. But other than that, they're pretty similar. Face prints are different. And nice printing on the back of the torso, dual molded legs. And this guy only has one expression, which is very strange. That's it for Newt Scamander. Next we have Tina Goldstein. Here is Tina Goldstein. She is much more different than her Lego Dimensions appearance. She has all the same parts and pieces, but the colours are different. She's more blue in the minifigure version, collectible minifigure version. Of course, the wands are different as well. These wands are awful on the Dimensions ones. But this is a really cool figure. Normal wand, of course. Cool prints on the torso and on the legs. And she has a hot dog, which she did have in one of her early scenes in the original Fantastic Beasts movie. This is a cool piece, a mixture of the hat and the hair. And she actually has two face expressions here. She looks a bit more angry. But that's it for Tina Goldstein. Next we have Jacob Kowalski. Here is Jacob Kowalski. This is probably one of my favorites in the series, not because there's any interesting parts, just because he's just Jacob Kowalski. It's a pretty cool figure. No printing on the legs, cool printing on the torso though, nothing on the back of the torso. I like this hairpiece again, and he has a mustache there on his face, and no alternate expression. He also uses the new suitcase piece, but unlike Newt Scamander's, his does have something in it, which are two new cookie prints, which I think are really cool. They'll be useful for things. That's it for Jacob Kowalski. Next we have Tina Goldstein's sister, Queenie Goldstein. Here is Queenie Goldstein. She's definitely one of my favorites in the series, just because I love that new strudel piece. That is really cool. And she also has the wand in black, which is pretty cool. I like that. And this hairpiece is always fun to get. Interesting hairpiece. She has dual molded legs and loads of cool printing there on that. You can see with the shoes and the end of her skirt and all that. Pretty cool. She has printing on the back and front of her torso as well. And she has no alternate expressions. Not many figures do in the series, which is strange. But that's it for her. Next we have Credence Barebone. Here is Credence Barebone. This is a very unusual figure to have in the series. It's not very interesting, no unique parts. He does have a little printed tile there that says "Witches live among us," which is pretty cool. No printing on the legs, but there is on the torso. Not the back of the torso. It looks good. He has this normal hairpiece, been used a lot. And this face print looks kind of angry or worried. He does have an alternate expression, which is really cool. He's using his powers there from the first Fantastic Beasts movie. But now we'll move on to the very last minifigure, which is Percival Graves. Here is Percival Graves, and this character is the rarest minifigure in the series. I think he's worth quite a lot. And I was very lucky to find him. This is actually the first minifigure series I've ever completed. I was very close to completing the Series 18. I was just missing the policeman, but I'm still on the look for him. But I like this figure. Not many interesting pieces, but I think the prints are great, especially on the torso there and on the legs. He even has sidearm printing, which is really cool. Printing on the back of the torso there as well. And his face printing is good. He looks like the character from the movie. He does have printing on his hair as well, which is useful. Pretty interesting. And he does come with a second hairpiece that you can put on him. And he turns into Grindelwald. There, I can't remember his first name, but Grindelwald. There, because they are the same character in the movie. So that is pretty cool. I do like this figure a lot. But that's it. That's the whole minifigure series. Now I'll show you the packaging, and then that'll be it. Here is the bag that every single minifigure comes in. I do like the design there. Has the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts logo on the front. Limited edition, 22 to collect. And I like the dark blue colour there. And that's it. And then also the checklist that all minifigures come on here. Very good. All the Harry Potter minifigures on one side. And then what's different from the other minifigures series, they have Fantastic Beasts figures on the other side. So that's it. But that's it for this video, guys. It was quite a long one. If you did enjoy it, of course, hit the like button. And always remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.